Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. This is Totally Sassy T from the 803, and I am here with a video and a review of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6, Episode 13 is Holding Court, okay? And before we get started, remember, all things on this channel is alleged. It is, in my opinion, it is for learning, teaching. It is for entertainment when entertainment applies, because we do reality and reality over here on Sassy T from the 803. So you guys remember, you can support the channel through Cash App by sending funds to $ Teresa Lindsay 12. You can also do super sticker, super chats. You can do heart emojis. I also have a P.O. box. The link is in the description. If you guys want to purchase t-shirts with my favorite sayings, the link is also in the description, okay? So support the channel as much as you can. Share this channel. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to get into this. It left off where we saw Kimmy and Maurice. Kimmy and Maurice are still having this conversation about the meetup with Kaila and the accusations that Kimmy was a side chick and she felt like Maurice has always protected Kaila and Monster's image and not hers. Maurice says it's not true. He's always stood his stance, which is a lie. She feels as if there is nothing that her and Kaila really have to resolve. But Maurice is really pushing this issue to Kimmy to resolve her past feelings about her being a side chick. And Kimmy is saying, you know, when this was going around, you did not stop it. Neither you or Kaila stopped the accusations. You let this play out. And so for that, she is pretty pissed about it. And can you not blame her? Okay. Maurice said, waiting on, an apology is not going to happen. And she said, I'm not waiting on an apology, but then production being messy as they did, they flash back and say she wants an apology for the lie that, allegedly she was a side chick. Well, technically, Kimmy, if they weren't divorced, then you were kind of a side chick, okay? I mean, not the side chick that broke the home up, but you was the end piece, okay? Not the beginning piece. You wasn't the coleslaw, but you were the end piece. You were the last French fry, okay? But anyway, let's see. She says that her and Kaila are in a decent place now, and they are cordial, and they've been known to take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, and she doesn't want to do that. So next is Kiki and Twangy, okay? Twangy is at a photo shoot with her beautiful girls named Mila and Mala, introducing their new hair care product. They're also, having fun doing the shoot, okay? She was introducing the product, and Kiki comes to visit. Now, Kiki looking good, okay? Looking good. She comes in, she's talking to Kimmy. Not Kimmy, but Letitia, okay? Kiki is over the, I'm sorry, you guys, is excited for her to receive the key to Mobile, Alabama. She's also the Grand Marshal, and Kiki said that she wanted to support her and she would be there. Also, Kiki was saying that, she's really trying to make an effort to get her and Tisha relationship on a one, where it used to be, where I don't know where it used to be. I mean, it seems to me it's always been rocky. It's always been yeah, a competitive relationship on Tisha and her mama part. So anyway, I don't know where they're trying to go because I just don't see it for them to go anywhere. Kiki is always Tisha's pond, and I don't like how they have Tisha making Kiki look as if she's the troublemaker, okay? And which in all actuality, she is not. All right. Then we go to Kimmy and Melody. Okay, they are at a spa. They're trying this new spa treatment that does the crunches for you and burns fat and muscle. Okay, and they don't waste any time to get to talking. They go straight to the issue. And the issue, Melody is, asking about her treatments, and Kimmy says she's done with the chemo, of course, and she's probably 1 or 2 radiation treatments out before the surgery, and she's excited for Kimmy. Kimmy says she feels better. She's just having some days where she's really tired. Mel said, does Maurice and Monster help around the house? And Kimmy is like, no. And that's an issue that we're having right now, right at this moment. And Maurice is just not stepping up. And Kimmy was like, and he wants me to have a conversation with Kaila. And Mel was like, for what? I mean, what's going on? And of course, Kimmy explains that, Maurice thinks that she has an issue with Kaila for calling her a side chick, and then Mel said, well, were you a side chick? She said, I've heard, but I never asked you. And we know where we heard that from, okay? Tisha. Tisha was the main it starter. Martell was the main it starter. Martell even said it. And his bird brain baby mama last night admitted to Martell starting that rumor, okay? And that's why it took like wildfire to the internet. But anyway, not Tisha, but Kimmy is telling Mel that, she's going to meet up with Kaila and she's going to, have a conversation about this and maybe an apology. I don't know if that's going to ever happen, but we'll see. It's a lot, okay? Now we go to this monster, the criminal, okay? The criminal mind. They're talking about the court case, okay? His mom, Merlin, she's sitting there and he's mad at his mom, saying that she was on the court stand for all of 4 minutes and didn't defend him at all. And Marlene was like, well, I just answered the question the way they told me to answer. I didn't offer up no information. And then Martell was like, that's the point. The question was broad. And you should have gave everything that I told you. In other words, Martell wanted his mama to lie and say hearsay that wasn't true. We all know Martell been making up ish from day one. He is a ish starter. He's the master of lies. He's the devil of lies. He is the author of confusion, okay? And Marlene was like, I don't see why y'all have to go to court for somebody to tell you how to raise your kids. Well, Marlene, your son was the one that started this, okay? Like Mel said, he started the war. She's going to end it, all right? So that's why you're in court, honey, because of your son, all right? Wanting full custody, knowing good darn well he could never take care of those kids on no income. All right. He's pretty much squatting, like I told you guys before. He doesn't have a place to go. He's probably staying with Coleslaw. That's why he's been with her, because he has no place to go. Over there in section 4.5, okay? Section 8.1 now, okay? Since they got two incomes. So that's the end of that scene. Then it goes to the Fletchers. Okay, it's like flopping back and forth. So it shows Mel showing up at Chris Fletcher and Nell's house. She's dancing because y'all know Chris do the TikToks with his fine self, and he be dancing. So she said, "Let me dance," because Chris be dancing and all this stuff, and so they sit down and Mel's like, she doesn't like to be subpoenaed into mess because Martell was the one that subpoenaed them. Okay, he subpoenaed them to court along with Letitia Scott. When you remember, Letitia didn't even show up on his behalf. Okay, and so they're talking about why they were subpoenaed. All right. Nell was saying, hey, I know Chris wasn't going to lie. He wasn't going to go to jail under any type of perjury. And Chris was like, sure ain't. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell the truth. So evidently, Martell, it flips back to Martell and it flips back to Marlene. He said, yeah, Chris and Fletcher, you and the others did not represent the way I wanted you guys to. In other words, he wanted them to get up there and lie. Okay? Mel is telling Nell that the judge, she had to re-appeal her case because the judge was showing bias. And if you guys go back and look at that, this is the first court case that Martell sent out all those court documents to different bloggers. Okay, and that's why he keeps saying, yeah, that's why it goes in my favor. She reappealed and got a new judge. Okay, some people was in my comments saying that was the same judge. No ma'am, no ham, that was a different judge. She did show bias, and allegedly she knows Martell. Okay, allegedly. This is what I heard. Okay, because Martell know a lot of people in the legal system because he has worked in the jail and he has a lot of frat friends that know different people. Okay, so it goes back to Mel. Chris was like, I told him that this was going to happen. I've asked Martell several times to drop the case because he really, in Chris's mind, he does not have a case. Okay, Martell, you can't tell him anything, just like Chris tried to tell him about the 47 acres. He told Chris that that 47 acres was a done deal because of the divorce. And then Chris was angry at him because this was a deal of a lifetime. It could have set each one of them up for generational wealth. And Chris pretty much told Martell that you messed up. You effed it up. You did that by going out here having an affair when you could have set your tail home and been a husband to your wife, a father to your children. But you went out here and you messed up this deal. So you guys want to know why Martell can't get work? Because he's not trustworthy in Huntsville. People do not want to work with Martell because Martell is a habitual liar. He's a thief and he has a criminal mindset. Okay, that is why people don't want to work with them. And Mel was explaining that the judge said that she was not a good mother because she did not give Martell her phone number so he could reach out to her. And Mel and the lawyers had put in for harassment charges, and 30 minutes before the harassment court case, they decided to go for full custody to avoid that case because it would have proved that Martell was indeed showing up at Mel's dates, showing up at Mel's job, harassing her, calling her over 100 and sometimes a day, texting her uncontrollably like a maniac. So Mel was like, she went into court and now at this point, she has refiled. So we all know the outcome of this. It mainly stays the same. She's refiling again. because of lies. And Martell, in his mind, he felt like he won the war. You didn't win anything, okay? You basically lost. And Mel said, and he wants me to pay his attorney fees. And Nell was like, what? Is he broke? And Nell kind of tickled me because she put a hand over her mouth. Mel said, I don't know. I don't keep up with his finances. And but last I heard, he was squatting from house to house. And Chris was like, verified this. I told you guys this. I told you I had receipts. I've been know this. That house, Chris said that house is under contract and Martell has nowhere to stay. And that is why he's been with Ariane, because I believe he and Ariane are living together in a government apartment, okay? And that's why they have been together, all right? And if you guys didn't hear Ariane over there on Empress, not Empress, excuse me, not Empress, Straight Note, original Straight Note Chaser, this heifer incriminated herself. I hope Melody got that recording and they going to jail, but that's another video, okay? So she's also saying that, what? She said, oh, he hitting rock bottom. What? Oh, that, God bless him on his journey because he's broke. People out here thinking Martell got money. Martell don't have money. Martell is scratching the bottom of the barrel as he should. And Melody was like, he honestly thought I was going to give him some of my money. Melody has paid your light bills, has put food countless times on your table just so the kids can have food to eat because you could not provide food for your own children, okay? That is pathetic, you guys. Chris had said, again that, Martell is not really trustworthy and he wasn't going to lie, like I said before, again. And he meant that. He's not going to jail for nobody and he's not going to lie for nobody. And I don't blame you, Chris. That shows a lot of integrity, a lot of growth. That is a man, okay? A man. Ain't no other man gonna lie for a little boy. You got yourself into this mess, and then you got to face the consequences. Martell want people to accept the fact that it's done, it's done. He's the only one that has not accepted the fact that you screwed up your marriage, like Chris said, produced a baby, and this is the consequences of your actions. Get over it, Martell. Marlene was saying, you know what, that is your kids. And, she was saying that what she did was she did what the lawyers, I'm sorry, you guys, when they questioned her, she answered the way she did. And Martell said, do you not know that Melody asked me, do I want them 6 months on and 6 months off? And he fell back and he was like, I can barely be without my children every day. You talking about 6 months? Oh, Martell, that's because you ain't got nowhere to put them for 6 months. You ain't got money to take care of 4 kids. Well, 6 kids now, allegedly. You're the girl, okay? And you don't have a place to stay. So Mel said, yeah, she did say 6 months just to see what he would say. She knew he wasn't going to do it, you dummy. But anyway, he only uses his kids for a pawn. This man is absolutely ridiculous. He's sickening, okay? And he fell back and he said 6 months, and that's what Marlene was like, 6 months? Oh, son, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. So Marlene was like, these are your kids. I don't understand this. And they end that, okay? Martell, you are a joke. All this happened because of your actions. And one day you're going to have to face the consequences and stop trying to twist. You're not good at it, okay? Next is Kimmy and Kaila. They have the great meetup. Kimmy is explaining herself again over and over about the monster situation. She just wanted to know how it went. Kaila said there is some, you know, issues with Monster. He misses her, and she's going to try to be, more present. She doesn't know how, but she's going to do it. She said that, she's going to work it out. Kimmy said that, she's glad to hear that. She said that she wanted to talk to her about, kind of moving on from the situation of her being a side chick. Kaila was kind of looking at her like confused and thinking, like, huh? And she was like, well, you didn't shut it down when the accusations out there. I met Maurice when you guys were at the end of your marriage, okay? And she was like, I didn't put that out there. We know that Tisha and Martell put that out there, okay? Let's just be clear. Those two were the ones that put that out there. The blogs took it up and they ran with it. Kimmy was like, well, you could have had some control. You could have said something about it. She said, as much as I took up for you, I had to let Maurice know that you are a single mom, because I said that I know, what Kyle was going through when it comes to being a single mom. So she kind of gave Maurice your aspect of thinking and why your actions were such a way, and to give Maurice an understanding. Kimmy, let's just be real. Kaila cannot control anything the media puts out. Kaila said, I don't have a fan base like that. I don't do interviews. So I did not put that out. I can't shut something down that I didn't do. I can't help what they do. And they means Martell. Tisha said it. And then the other days are the media. When you get that little bit of information, they're going to take that information and they are going to run with it. And like I said before, Kimmy, you were kind of the last French fry, okay? Not the whole coleslaw, but you was that good, crispy last French fry with the good salt, the one that ended the meal. That was you, girl. That was you. Take it and be done with it. You're not going to get an apology for Kaila. Okay, some believe you were, some believe you weren't. Technically, you were, like I said, the last salty, crispy French fry that make you want more. Okay? But Kaila, she's like sitting there confused as, to why she thinks that she can shut this down. Kimmy is just over this. I feel like Kimmy should be having this conversation with Maurice. Maurice should be having this conversation with Kaila. Maurice should have this conversation with Kaila because this stemmed from him. He could have shut all this down, but he didn't. Big butter biscuit, always sitting there looking like he's high or he's on some type of psychedelic or something, and he just doesn't get it. We are sick of this imbecile, okay? He is such a low down dirty man. What man don't own up to his stuff besides Martell? Oh, I forgot, his friends, okay? So you guys, that's pretty much the end of it. It was pretty good. I enjoyed seeing Mel. I wish they would show Miss Van. I don't know what's going on, but I guess they mad because we don't want to see Wanda. But Miss Van needs to be on. So you guys tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this episode. Tell me, because, I liked it. I enjoyed Chris, Nell, and Mel. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed knowing that Martell got busted. Like, share, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.